That's me looking at the ceiling of my room. Boy, I know every contour. This is the view from my bed. I've gotten very used to this apartment. This is where I do my daily exercises. My bed really is like a massage table, very wide, huge, and the bed is very firm. It allows me the opportunity to really do my exercises from my bedroom. By January 2020, frustration was beginning to set in. I lost count of how many doctor's visits I entertained and endured. The pain on both of my knees was becoming unbearable. My left knee was a mass of torment. I am beginning to wonder what gives. At this juncture, I was ingesting daily numerous pain pills to no avail. The interval injections would give me solace for about a day or two, and the pain will reverberate back with measure. I was at my wit's end. At one time, I remember vividly 4 doctors and a nurse all in my room trying to figure out my predicament. I was in a lot of pain and utterly miserable. There has to be another way. I finally insisted on an MRI on both knees. The results quite revealing. Both knees were a goner. Loose fragments of bones were readily visible, and both knees exhibited cases of adverse and advanced arthritis. I left the radiologist's office knowing what is coming up next. I will be needing new knees, especially the left one. It gives me the most pain. The die was cast like the clouds that day. November 5th, 2020. As I was being driven to the medical complex where I was to undergo my knee surgery. It was a huge medical citadel, like an Olympic campus for hospitals. The University Health Center at San Antonio, Texas. I was going to have my knee replaced by only God knows what. I am going to be going under the knife. Will I be able to walk again, I thought. I hoped the surgeon had a good sleep, not drunk. All kind of real and weird thoughts flooded my mind. I thought of my family, my kids. I didn't tell them. I didn't want them to worry. Hey, Doc. Fine, very good. As the nurses and doctors got me prepped, I mentally tried to envisage everything I had learned about the impending surgery. I had taken pre-surgery classes and personally entertained extensive research on the subject. I knew I was ready. I made arrangements with the doctors to send periodic texts to 2 great friends of mine, Arthur Williams and Jide Bamishigbi, informing them of the progress. Hopefully, of the operation as it was going on. They will have to pass on the news to my family in case something goes wrong. The last thing I whispered to the lead doctor was, "I have 2 children that I have to see again." He smiled confidently, scoured the room one more time and said, "Let's do it." I can assure you that I have no recollection of what happened the next 5.5 hours. It must have been a deep sleep. I will, however, show you this short clip of what a knee replacement surgery looks like.
Your knee joint is made up of the lower end of the femur, which hinges on the upper end of the tibia, and the patella, or kneecap, which slides along the groove formed by the femoral condyles. Total knee replacement surgery is a procedure in which a painful or poorly functioning knee is replaced with artificial components. If your physician has recommended a total knee replacement, it is probably because your knee is severely damaged by arthritis or injury. Your surgeon will begin by making an incision along the front edge of your knee. After separating the muscles and ligaments around your knee, your surgeon will incise the knee capsule to gain access to the inside of the joint. Using specialized tools, your surgeon will remove the damaged bone and cartilage on the ends of the femur and the tibia, and in most cases, remove the underside of the patella. Your surgeon will then prepare the remaining bone to receive your new prosthetic knee. This generally consists of a femoral, a tibial, and a patellar component. Once the ends of the bones are prepared, your surgeon will cement the new prostheses into position. Before your incision is closed, an X-ray will be taken to ensure that the new components of your knee are positioned correctly. Your surgeon will close the incision with stitches or staples and temporarily leave a drain in place to remove excess fluid.
As I came to, I felt a throbbing pain in my lower extremities. I want to give thanks to God. I finally had my surgery today. It was excruciating, intense, and savage. I matched that by issuing a piercing scream for help once I realized where I was. 3 nurses rushed into my room, one exclaiming that they have been waiting for me to wake up. Immediately, they started injecting me with morphine intravenously in a recumbent position. I was also given some pain suppression pills to take orally. In no time at all, I was in La La Land. When I woke up again, it was the dawn of another day. I could fathom the morning sun illuminating my room. The pain was still as acute and foreboding as before. I thought of my children, family, and friends. I reasoned reassuringly, I'm still alive. It was great comfort. I woke up around noon this time. The pain was still active and litigating, but I was in a real good mood. Just being alive was suffice. It was cause for a muted celebration. I was able to smile for a second, and for the first time, I took a peek at my knee, from my left thigh down to my toes. I thought I was ready for the Egyptian pyramid. It was an elastic compression bandage wrapped in totality around my left knee. It is often used in a surgery of this kind to alleviate pain, ameliorate swelling, and reduce bleeding. It looked good to me. I settled into my new environment. I know I'm going to be here at least 10 days. My doctor later confided in me that was because my surgery was very delicate and I bled a lot. And in that case, they would rather have me under observation in a hospital setting. The best part was watching the NBA finals. It was great watching and cheering for the Los Angeles Lakers as they kicked some ass all the way to another championship. I was delirious. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers. 'Cause we are the champions. Go Lakers! Yeah, man. I started rehabilitation for my left knee in earnest. I was 2 weeks behind schedule already because of insurance complications. I was also very concerned of the possibility of scar tissue forming behind my knee. After meeting Dr. Ricky Balderas, head of operations at Reeves Rehabilitation Center, he assured me of success as we chatted my recovery path. I started the following day nervously. It was slow going at first. I was lumbering along. I still cannot put any weight on my left knee and still in a lot of pain. But I was determined like never before to give it all I got. I did a lot of knee stretching and bending exercises, and riding the bike was part of my routine. It never occurred to me that riding a bike could be such a torment. Every time I pressed the bike's left pedal down, bringing it back up was a bitch. My left knee has to bend back to initiate such a move. My left knee resisted every touch, every move, and every effort I made towards this effect. I am climbing the mountain. I am the boss of me. My resolution. This 3 times a week saga lasted for about a month. Then I started noticing a ray of hope on the horizon. Okay, I'm getting there. Man, I just got my ass kicked in physical therapy today. They were taking up prisoners, man. I am now 3 months into my rehabilitation, and it has ramped up quite a bit. Also, my 4th month evaluation was coming up. I was determined to walk in there without any aid, like a walker, a walking cane, or even a wheelchair. My schedule of exercises now include quad sets, heel slides, straight leg raise, monster walk, exercise balls, hip abduction while standing, hip extension while standing, side stepping, knee flexion, terminal knee extension, standing, marching, single leg, prone squat stretch with multi-loop strap, patella glide, self-mobilization, prone hip extension, long axe squat, knee extension, etc., etc. It was hard, extensive, and arduous. I had no other choice. I was determined like hell to see this through. I always went in well rested and fresh, and I lived sweaty, tired, and undone. But I was happy with my progress. On arriving home, the next hour is spent with ice packs on my left knee to discourage any form of swelling. This is a knee bending exercise to show how far I can bend the knee to the back. I am bending it like Beckham. I couldn't sleep the night before my evaluation. Reams of fumes from my surgery and rehabilitation paraded in my head. I arrived on time, nervously pacing the floor, very slowly and very gently. I walked in there without any aid, and I don't need any accidents. As the nurse removed the bandages from my left knee, I looked away. I'd never tried taking a pic since my surgery. My imagination was suffice. But since I was holding the camera, I had to look. It was ugly, as I thought. Quite a sight. It was ashy, mushy, trashy, and everything that is not flashy. A few minutes later, the doctor's assistant made an entrance. He gave me a detailed explanation of the x-ray findings.
Left knee, you've had the replacement done. You
Yeah.
have the femoral component, which is made out of metal, the tibial component, which is made out of metal, and the space between is made out of polyethylene that is invisible to x-ray. So that's why there's a gap there.
Okay.
Here's the side view. Your femoral component was press fit into the femur. It's good alignment, no signs of loosening or lucency, so everything looks really stable there. Same with your tibia component, it was cemented in, you can see some cement in there, and the component looks like it's in good alignment without any signs of lucency or loosening. Everything's aligned well, there isn't any sign of problems or anything. Your patella, the kneecap right here, had a plastic button that's in place right there, and that looks like it's all aligned properly.
Indicated that I had made tremendous progress. A wave of relief entertained my thoughts. Oh, what a feeling. Man, I was looking forward to hearing this. Then the main doctor showed up. My man, Dr. Botakovali. What a cool name.
We planned for knee replacement for you because you had no cartilage left in the left knee, and you don't have any cartilage in the right knee, but the left knee was bothering you more, so we started with the left.
Yeah.
And when we look at your x-rays after surgery, so that's one view looking from the top, that's from the front, and that's from the side. And basically what that is this. And we just shave off the affected cartilage portion and cement that in place. And we've got lots of different sizes that help us do this, but it becomes an artificial implant. And that's what you've got there, and that looks great, and you're doing great, so we're happy for the good result.
Thank you very much. It was quite emotional for me. And after the doctor left the room, I remained glued to my chair in deep thoughts. Exhilaration mixed with sadness. Exhilaration because I am on my way, and sadness because of the journey it took to get here. But don't get me wrong, I was fucking deliriously happy.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Doc.
How you doing?
What happened to my old knee?
What happened to your old knee?
Where is it at? I want to pay homage to a group of hospital staff known as physical therapists. Their dedicated area of operation is usually tucked away in a nondescript area of the hospital. They deal with ailments, maladies, and afflictions nobody wants to behold. They are the modern day Jesus of Nazareth. They practically bring people back from the dead. On visiting the hospital, one is always welcomed and ushered in by the nurses to see the doctors. One never sees the physical therapist or their area of operation, and if you do, it is usually because of a very serious situation. They are a group of poised professionals who approach every problem with an eye on a solution. When things get tough sometimes and you get upset, they return a gentle smile and then ask you, "Can we do that one more time?" I love them all. This documentary was filmed on a Samsung A11 and a Samsung Note 8.